Hey, Mom. Question and reviews will show up here. Cool. How do I pin something? Hi, guys. How is everybody? Good morning. Good morning. All right. Oh, that was a good start. I haven't played this one in a We are your daughters. We are your sons. You are our Father. We are so glad. Spark up a holy fire. Open our eyes to see how to be a love the world can't deny. We are the city of God, and we can't keep it secret. Your love is the light. We will shine. We will shine. We're going public like torches in the night. Bringing out the God colors, just like the northern lights. Yeah. We're red, yellow, black and white, so precious in your sight. We are the city of God, and we can't keep it secret. Your love is the light. We will shine. We will shine. We will shine. Bright as the stars at night, holding your light up high, leading the way to the city of God. Because we're red, yellow, black and white, so precious in your sight. We are the city of God, and we can't keep it secret. Your love is the light. We are the city of God, and we can't keep it secret. Your love is the light. We will shine. We will shine. We will Well, we got a bit of time to work on that one before Worship Wednesday tonight. We haven't played this in a while. I love it. Some of your requests are so great. Bringing us right back. Chris, I think
Looking good this
come a
morning.
little closer so everyone can see that hair, babe. It's pretty special. So handsome. I love it.
Why do you have a giant piece of foam on your
I have, and I also have a walkie-talkie. You just, if you ever need one, it's right here. There's a plug. I also have a race car behind me. It's just real over here. Thanks for playing with me, babe. Well, tonight is Worship Wednesday, so come hang. It's going to be lots of fun. It always is lots of fun. We're actually making this set list right now, and so we'll post it. I think I'm going to post it. Why not? I might post it. And so, yeah, I'm excited. I've kind of kept track of all your requests, and think I've got them stashed away. So we're going to try and do everything we can to play all your requests. And it's at 7. It's going to be at 7 tonight. So come hang at 7 o'clock. That's going to be super fun. I also just want to say right off the top, guys, that, the podcast. Thanks for asking, Glennis. You know what? The podcast went really well. It was a real treat to talk to Paula Ferris. She used to co-anchor The View, and she was an ABC Weekend co-host for years and years. And she walked away from both of those dream jobs because she just felt that God was calling her down a different path. She kind of lost herself within her job. And she kind of went down this path of going, what does calling even really mean? And she'd heard that word thrown around a million times and needed to walk the road of discovering what it really meant with the Lord. So it's a really, really good podcast. I think you guys are going to love it.
I can't do that in bed.
You can't get the money in the pouch?
No.
Dad can help you. He's good at getting the money in the pouch.
Yeah.
So yeah, the podcast went great. Thanks for your prayers. I had a cup of coffee and a chat with Jesus, and then just kind of went for it because that was definitely doing something new for me. And I think I talked about it yesterday a lot. Tried to encourage you guys and encourage myself that if we're scared of doing new things, then we're never really totally operating the way Christ asks us to operate, because He's making all things new. He's renewing us all the time, and He's calling us into new territory all the time. And, I think sometimes we're our own worst enemy when it comes to trying new things. It's like we think it's supposed to be easy, but it's not. It's never supposed to be easy when we're trying something new. It's supposed to be hard. It's supposed to be overwhelming. And that's okay. It just reminds us that we need the Lord, and we don't have to be pros. Like, doing this with you guys is such a big step for me, right? And I'm not a pro at this, but God doesn't need us to be pros. He just needs us to show up. He needs us to say yes and give our yes to the things that He's nudging us towards. He does not need us to be pros and to be perfect. There's no way to do that unless we just start kind of working away at it, right? So even in a time that's really consistent and there's not a lot that we can count on besides the Lord in this season, He wants to count on you to be consistent with what He is nudging you towards. So I want to encourage you with that this morning, and walk with me down this journey of doing new, hard things in this season. If the Lord is asking us to do them, maybe it's saying hello to your neighbor from the street that you've never said hi to. Maybe it's, smiling. Maybe it's responding a little bit different to your kids. Maybe God's helping reshape your responses to be more in line with the fruit of the Spirit. I'm not sure what it is. Maybe it's just planting a garden. Today is Earth Day. And you know what? This is the first year. We've done a little bit here and there of doing herbs and stuff like that. But because we're home in this season and the kids are good ages for it, we decided to go for it and plant a garden this year. And the kids are literally pulling kale out of the ground. I can't even believe it. They also eat Cheetos, so not trying to look perfect, guys. But we're really enjoying our garden, and I feel like it's such an easy way to talk about Jesus with them, to talk about God with them, because He created the earth. And so it's such an easy starting place with my kids to just naturally talk about the things that are in the Bible, and sometimes a little bit beyond them right now. Some of the stories in the Bible we do our best to sort of unpack in a 2.5 and 4-year-old way. But when we're actually doing the things that God calls us to do, like take care of the earth in real time by planting a garden, it's such an easy way to steward the earth with the babes. So I wanted to encourage you guys with that today. Even just going outside the door, my kids love to run outside the door in bare feet, not even with shoes on. And I've been going outside in bare feet
a lot more and just putting my feet on the grass. And it's this connection, right? Like our feet touch the ground that He made, and we can be more actually physically, when we're physically in step with Him, like we're body, mind, and spirit, right? And we're not disconnected pieces, we're one. And so getting my feet on the grass with my kids in the garden, in the soil. My mom has such a green thumb, and I always believed the lie that I didn't. But I think it's just that I didn't care enough to take time to try, you know? And so it's all about the little things, the little tweaks to our life that we can do right now in this season that maybe we've used excuses to hide behind before. Maybe we've just gone, like for me, I'm on the road, I don't really have time. And although that's true, it's like if it's a priority, we find time for these things, right? And so, what is God calling you to in this season that might be new, that might be stepping your toe in a new direction, just a little bit deeper into something that He's calling you towards? Sarah, you finally ordered the book last night. You know what, you guys? Thank you, Sarah. It's been really such a skip in my step. I know that I tell you guys this, but it's because I can't do this without you. And so I always feel like I need to thank you and say, do you see the smile on my face? Last night we had so many late night orders come in, which was like, I just kept seeing ping, ping, all these book orders pop up. It's been incredible. We actually sold out the thank you page of the book, full of all 50 thank yous. So I talked to my managers and I was like, I'm still getting requests for names to be in the thank you page. So they added another 10. So there's actually 10 spots left now that we just added. So it's going to be 60 thank yous instead of 50. And there's, I think, one spot left for the super fan package. And the super fan package is just, you get all the things. You get everything. You get the book, you get the merch, you get the signed copy, you get the name and the thank yous, you get a meet and greet with us. If you don't, if we can't get right to you because of coronavirus, then we will do a Zoom just with you, and the Nashville meet and greet, which it'll happen eventually, right? And so there's one spot left for that, and then there's 2 spots left in the Nashville meet and greet if you live here in town. So thank you guys for being so generous. Thank you for just believing in this vision and this new step that I'm taking. And I feel like I can. Uh-oh. I think Ziggy had a tumble. I feel like I can talk about this. Oh, everyone's asking about the live stream tonight. So it's Central Time. It's 7 p.m. Central Time. And it'll be on all platforms. We'll stream it on YouTube, on Facebook, and on Instagram. And maybe you need a reason to dress up. Maybe you need a reason to curl your hair. Maybe you need a reason to have a bit of a date night with your hubby. Maybe you need a family outing. Maybe you guys can plan around this tonight and do 7 p.m. Central Time live stream with us. Maybe it's the event that your day needs. Maybe it's the pick me up your day needs. So Ziggy's gonna be okay. He's gonna be good. Dada's with him, and that's the best. So it's gonna be okay. He trips and falls on the regular. He bleeds at least once a day. He's very, very resilient. So anyways, so guys, I am not going to be on here long this morning. I want to pray for us and read our verse of the day, and then I'm probably going to go start rehearsing and getting ready for tonight and all the other things that are happening in our day today, because I'm super, super jazzed about tonight for Worship Wednesday. So, and I feel like, just so you know, I can encourage you guys to do new things and get comfortable with fear and not letting fear drive the boat, because I'm in the same boat as you. I'm doing so many new things that I feel the Father nudging me towards, and I'm trying not to ignore the nudges and the whispers of Holy Spirit in this season, really trying to tune into Him and let Him be the primary voice that I'm listening to in this season, because it can be overwhelming, and Chris and I go back and forth between being overwhelmed sometimes. You know, it's like we trade off, and so I get that. I get how you feel if you're feeling overwhelmed this morning, or let down, or frustrated, or anxious, because as this stretches on, it's hard. It's hard to just keep staying strong. But I just want tonight for Worship Wednesday to be basically a kickstart to being strong, giving you a shot in the arm of encouragement and motivation and worship. And so If you guys are going to dress up and hang out and treat it like a date night or a family night, can you guys just hashtag Loving the Outcome or Worship Wednesday and tag us? You know, do hashtag Worship Wednesday and tag us in your pictures as you're getting ready as a family. Maybe you're eating pizza and hanging out with us. I want to see what Worship Wednesday looks like in your house. So I would love it if you guys could do that. That would be super cool. Okay, let's read this. Psalm 24. God claims earth and everything in it. God claims the world and all who live in it. He built it on ocean foundations, laid it out on river girders. So God made the earth, He made us and everything in it, and He's left it in our care. And this year on Earth Day, maybe you can just take a little step toward taking care of the planet because He left it for us. And He created it and He cares about it. And Scripture's so clear about that. And it's something I've overlooked a lot, I think, in my life. But being home in this season, I think I'm just so aware of what the earth can do and was made to do and how we need to take care of it so that it can take care of us too. Because planting my garden and eating my kale means that I'm able to not have to go to the grocery store and Trader Joe's to get my kale. I can get it right out of my garden, and that's brand new for us. So anyway, God cares about you. He claims you this morning. He claims you this morning. He claims you this morning as His. He cares about you. Maybe you've just simply forgotten that God really cares about you today. Maybe you've started off the morning with this kind of lie playing through your head that maybe He's forgotten about you. Maybe He's forgotten about your miracle. Maybe He's forgotten about your prayer request. He's not forgotten about you. He tells us right here that He claims all who live in it. He claims you today. And, you know, I don't think he minds being reminded. I don't think He minds that at all, us coming and saying, hey, over here, hi, hey, hey, God, over here with my prayer requests, I'm waiting on my miracle over here, you know. I don't think He minds that at all. He wants to talk to you and He wants to walk with you through all of your thoughts and feelings and emotions. But I also want you to know that once you have given it over to Him, that He's got it. And it's His timing. And it's really us releasing control and letting Him be in control of the timing. And He's always working on our behalf. But it's often in ways we don't even see. So it's all trust. And I just want to remind you of that if you're sitting at home and maybe the things you were waiting on before this coronavirus hit are even harder to wait on right now. Maybe you're trying to conceive and get pregnant and you're just sitting at home and you're in the middle of that lie that this is never going to happen for me. Maybe you're in the middle of singleness and that was already hard, but now you're in the middle of the reality and you're having to look at it in the face every single day. You know, maybe you're in the middle of a broken marriage and now you're in the house with each other every single day. You know, maybe you're single parenting and you're just like, man, it was hard before. It is super hard now. Like, I'm not sure where you're at. I just know that He has heard your prayer and your miracle is coming and He's working on your behalf. And if somebody else's miracle is getting fulfilled and you're watching it happen and you're feeling like, what about me? Take it as a reminder that yours is coming. It just means that God is a miracle worker and a way maker and your time is coming. He's not forgotten about you. And the best way to stay connected to Him and get encouragement while you're waiting for your miracle is to stay in the Word with Him. Stay connected to Him. Go for a run. Go for a walk. Put your feet in the grass. Breathe in and breathe out and commit yourself again to Him today. Just like, God, I know that You've got this. I know You haven't forgotten about me because Your Word tells me that You claimed me, that You've claimed me for Your own. And so that's a big deal today. He's claimed the earth and everything in it. It's His. So don't forget about that He has not forgotten about you, okay? Your miracle is coming. So don't believe that lie. You're not forgotten. Make sure you do your part to stay connected to Him. Make sure you do your part to lean into Him. Because He's always speaking, but we're not always listening. You know? So, love you guys. It was short and sweet this morning, but I'm going to jump off and be with my kids for a second. Yesterday was like a full-on work day from start to finish. Chris and I were just like, hey, babe, like high five, let's go. Okay, da-da-da. We're just back and forth getting this podcast ready, writing sessions, all the things. So it was a lot of sort of juggling between the hats of like parent hat, like mom hat for me, and artist hat. And I'm really, really hard on myself when I don't feel like I'm nailing either role. I don't know about anybody else out there, but when you're multitasking between a lot of stuff right now, like I'm sure you are, I can really feel like a failure at the end of it all. Like, man, didn't nail that. Didn't feel like I really totally got that right. And it's just so much of the time for me stopping and going, it's okay. God put these appointments in my lap. I said yes to them. I gave my yes to them. And I'm just going to show up as I am and do my best. Because showing up as we are is what's true. That's what's human. And that's what other people are encouraged by right now, is us being human, being as we are, and also pointing to our superpower as the good news and the guts and faith that's getting us through this season. So anyway, I hope that's encouraging whatever you're facing today. You are not forgotten. He has claimed you. He has claimed the earth and all that live in it. So you are claimed. You are not forgotten. Your miracle is on the way. And we just need to really stay connected to the earth and connected to Him in this season. Those things are so what ground us. And whatever you're facing today, whatever tasks are on your plate, just know that He's going to equip you for them. He is. And also know that it's okay if you don't get it completely right, because tomorrow's another day to try again. So He's not, He's always just giving out gold stars. He's never looking at you shaking His finger. So He is in your corner. He's in your corner. He is cheering you on. See you guys tonight. Can't wait. 7 o'clock Central Time. And we will worship together. Okay. Bye, guys. Have a good one.